get started on our backs. So bring the soles of your feet to touch. Let your knees splay out nice and wide. Bringing one hand to your low belly and one hand to your heart. Bringing your heels a little closer in towards your body or a little bit further away. Finding comfort in the shape, in this space. Let your belly lift and lower. Maybe let your eyes blink closed. And then just begin to arrive, both mentally and physically. Letting the outside world wash away. Slowly start to take notice of your breath, the lengths of your inhales, and depths of your exhales. Maybe it's the first time you've noticed your breath all day. I'll start to build the breath here together. Take a big inhale through your nose, fully inflate, filling from your low belly, the full capacity of your lungs, holding at the top. And then big open mouth exhale, sigh it out, let it go. Take another big inhale just like that, filling from your low belly through to your lungs. And then at the top, let it go, sigh it out your mouth. This round, take a big inhale through your nose, filling up just as deeply and completely through your low belly. And then seal your lips at the top and exhale as you sigh it back out your nose. Big inhale through your nose, fully inflate. Seal your lips and exhale back out through your nose. This is our Ujjayi breath, continuing with this deep ocean-like breath. Letting your inhales come through your nose, making them deep and complete. And then exhale as you press it back out your nose. We use this breath to build heat within our bodies throughout our practice. And before we start to bring movement in here, I offer you this time, this space, this shape, to set an intention or a dedication for your class. Maybe you just focus on being present on the four corners of your mat. Whatever your intention is, bring it to the forefront of your mind. We'll seal it here with one breath. Take a big inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it back out your nose, let it go. Start to blink your eyes open, bringing your hands to your knees, slowly guiding them in towards one another, and then start to draw your knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a nice squeeze. We'll take an easy supine twist here. Bring your hands to a goalpost or a T. Inhale as you stack your knees on top of your hips. Exhale, let your knees drop over to the right as you gaze towards the left. Keeping both shoulders planted firmly on the mat. Maybe scooting that right hip underneath your left. Coming a little bit deeper into the twist. Stay here for your inhale. And stay for your exhale. Take a big inhale as you draw your knees back through to center. Exhale as you drop them over to the left. Gazes over your right shoulder. Maybe you scoot that left hip underneath your right, coming a little bit deeper into the twist. Think about drawing your right hip bone towards the front of the room and then twisting from your low belly. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, let it go. Then inhale as you slowly start to draw your knees towards center. This time wrap your forearms around your shins and start to roll the length of your spine, gaining a little bit of momentum. And then we'll meet on our sits bones, crossing your legs in whatever way is comfortable, shifting your weight around. Inhale as you circle your arms up and overhead. Exhale, twist it over the right. Left hand comes to your right knee, right arm comes back behind you. Inhale as you lift, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale as you shift weight into your left hand, draw your right bicep by your ear. Taking this side body stretch, reaching with those right fingertips. And then exhale, start to round through your spine. Navel draws in, right hand comes for that left knee, finding an opening through the back line body. Chin comes in towards your chest, find some rounding. Then start to unwind, finding eagle arms. Left arm is underneath that right, finding a single bind. Bring the backs of your palms together, maybe finding a double bind, bringing your actual palms together. Or maybe finding a bear hug, bringing your hands to their opposite shoulders. Take a big inhale wherever you're at here. Exhale, draw your elbows towards your navel, chin to chest. 2 more rounds just like that. Inhale as you lengthen through your spine. Exhale, draw your elbows towards your navel, chin to chest. Last round, take a big inhale here. Find length through your spine. Lift your gaze, stretch your shoulders. Exhale, elbows come towards your navel, chin to chest. Inhale, start to unwind. Biceps come up and overhead. Find length. Exhale as you twist it over the left. Left arm comes back behind you. Right hand comes for that left knee. Inhale, lengthen through the top of your head. Exhale as you lift your gaze past that left shoulder. Inhale, start to shift weight into that right hand. Left bicep draws by your ear, taking a side body stretch over to the right side of the mat. And then exhale, start to round through your spine. Navel draws to chest. Left hand comes for that right knee, finding an opening in your back line body. And then start to wind up for the bind. Right hand underneath your left, finding that single bind or your double bind or your bear hug with your arms. Take a big inhale here. Draw your elbows in line with your shoulders. Exhale, elbows come drawing towards your navel, chin to chest. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you crunch, elbows towards your belly. Last one, inhale, find length, draw your elbows in line with your shoulders. Exhale, elbows come towards your navel, crunch it in. Inhale, find length, start to unwind, biceps meet your ears. And then exhale, palms come out in front of you, start to shift weight. Coming into all fours, step your knees back behind you, finding this tabletop pose. Start here by bending through your elbows, swaying your hips side to side. Maybe gazing over one shoulder, gazing over the other. Stretching out your wrists. Maybe flipping for the backs of your palms there towards the mat and shifting your weight back. Start to come back through to center. We'll meet on all fours. We'll set this first tabletop up, press into your palms, gripping through all 10 fingers, gazes in between your thumbs. Work to press the mat away, puffing up the space in between your shoulders. Drawing your attention down to your belly, navel draws in towards your spine. This is your Uddiyana Bandha core lock. Then tuck your tailbone slightly under. One long line of energy from the crown of your head out through your tail. Inhale, start to drop your belly, tailbone tips up, lift your gaze, chest comes forward through your hands. Finding that cow belly pose. Exhale, start to draw your navel in towards your spine, arch through your back, chin to chest, gazes in between your thighs, press the mat away, find that cat back. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts, cow pose. Exhale, arching through your spine, navel draws in, gazes in between your thighs, find that cat back, continue to press the mat away. Take 3 more rounds here, up and down through your cat-cows. Maybe coming onto your fingertips, finding a little bit of extra height. Letting this movement start at your tailbone and slowly work its way up your spine. Moving slowly and with intention. Using that breath. Inhale as your belly drops, gaze lifts, last round. Exhale, arch through your spine, navel draws in. Inhale brings you back through to center, rooting down through both palms. Exhale, slowly start to step your feet to the back of the mat. We'll meet in plank. Upper body stays where it's at. Drop your hips in line with your shoulders and then charge out through your heels. Inhale, slight shift forward. Exhale, slight shift back. Inhale, slight shift forward, protract your shoulders beyond your wrists. Exhale, slight shift back as you press through your heels. 3 more rounds. Inhale, shift it forward. Exhale, press it back. Inhale as you shift forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, slight shift forward. Exhale, as slow as you can, start to contract through your core, sending your hips up and back. We'll meet in this first downward facing dog. Maybe stepping your feet slightly in or slightly farther back. Start to pedal out through your dog, bending through your knees, awakening your hamstrings, the back line of your body. Start to draw your inside of your elbows towards the front of the room, and then relax your shoulders down your back, drawing your chest towards your thighs, your tailbone towards the sky. Head and neck hangs heavy. Start to find stillness. Inhale, rise up onto your tippy toes. Then exhale as you bend at your knees, gaze forward, just step your feet behind your wrists. Finding this first passive fold, maybe interlace opposite elbow to opposite wrist. Maybe find a basket grip behind your low back and then let your arms splay away. Finding a shoulder opener. Continuing to bend through your knees, shifting your weight side to side, front and back. And then releasing your hands down to meet the mat, toe heel your feet into touch. And on one long inhale, come to standing, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Exhale as we meet at the top, shrug your shoulders down your back. Palms face forward. Inhale, mountain pose, biceps frame your ears, draw your shoulder blades away from your ears, pinky spiral in, squeezing your inner thighs together. Exhale, Samastitihi, press your palms through heart center, seal it in. Inhale as you rise up, interlacing all 10 fingers, press the front inside of your palms towards the ceiling. Exhale as you bend it over to the right. Inhale, navel draws in, round through your spine, chin to chest, come forward. Exhale as you bend it over towards the left, finding length through that right side. Inhale, find a baby back bend. Exhale, forward, standing fold, hinge at your hips, navel draws in towards your spine, head and neck hang heavy. Inhale, find a halfway lift, long flat spine, hold here and breathe. Shifting your weight into your toes so your hips stack on top of your ankles. Hands come to your shins or your thighs, draw your shoulder blades back in space, crown of the head forward. Finding this long line of energy, gazes down. Exhale as your palms plant, equal weight in right and left palm, step your feet to the back of the mat, we meet in plank. Take one full round of breath, big inhale here. Exhale, side out your mouth, let it go. Inhale, reach those right toes, 1 inch off the mat, shifting weight into that left foot. Exhale, draw right knee, right tricep. Inhale, send it back, hips follow, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your right knee, stack right hip on top of your left, gazes up and under that right armpit. Working to drop your right shoulder in line with your left, square towards the mat. Finding lengthening through that left hamstring. Inhale, start to come back through to center, square your hips towards the mat, flex those right toes. Exhale, draw your right knee down the midline, shoulders stack over wrist, knee comes to nose. Then step that right foot in between your hands. Pivot and plant your back left foot, so it's at a 45-degree angle, pointing for the upper left-hand corner of the mat. Arms come back behind you, triceps catch. Drawing your right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, start to rise, shoulders stack over hips, warrior one. Continue to deep bend in that right knee as you draw that right hip back in space, finding an opening in your front left hip. Exhale, start to pivot and plant that left foot, toe heel out, warrior two. Finding a deep bend to that right knee as you draw it towards the pinky toe side edge of your foot, opening up through your front right hip. Drawing your shoulders away from your ears, finding length through your fingertips. Interlacing your hands behind your low back. Inhale, puff open through your chest, lift your gaze. Exhale, dive in, humble warrior, right shoulder inside that right knee. Letting your arms splay away from your low back, gazes towards the back right corner of the mat. Releasing whatever bind you have, left fingertips come inside that right foot, start to pivot on your back left toes. Inhale, reach your right arm high, dragonfly twist. Maintain a deep bend to your right knee as you press out through your left heel, twisting from your low core. Exhale, side plank, root down through that left palm, then come into the knife edge of your left foot, right foot steps back to meet it. Inhale, lift through your hip, lift through those right fingertips. Exhale, right hand plants beside your left, coming into that high plank pose. Inhale, one full round of breath. Exhale as you sigh it out, let it go. Inhale, lift those left toes, shifting weight into your right foot. Exhale, draw left knee, left tricep, work to make contact. Inhale, send it all the way up and back, hips follow, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your left knee, stack left hip on top of your right. Gazes up and under that left armpit, dropping your left armpit in line with your right, square towards the mat. Working to open up the back line of that right leg. Inhale, come back through to center, straighten out through that left leg, flex the toes, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw your left knee down the midline, knee comes to nose. Shoulders stack over wrist, then slowly step that left foot in between your hands. Pivot and plant your back right foot, so it's pointed for the upper right-hand corner of the mat. Arms come back behind you, triceps catch in space. Actively drawing that left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, start to rise, stacking shoulders over wrists, biceps meet your ears, strong warrior one. Continuing to press into that front left knee, find the bend. Then draw that left hip back, opening up through your front right hip. Exhale, toe heel your right foot out, hands come to a strong T, warrior two. Deep bend to that left knee, draw towards the pinky toe side edge of your foot, heel to arch alignment in your feet. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Interlacing your hands behind your low back. Inhale, puff open through your chest, lift your gaze. Exhale, humble warrior, dive in, left shoulder comes inside that left knee. Arms drape away from your low back. Gazes towards your back, right heel. Releasing whatever bind you may have. Right hand comes inside your left foot. Pivot on your back, right toes. Inhale, reach that left arm high. Twisting for dragonfly. Continuing to bend through that left knee. Press through your right heel as you twist through your low core. Exhale, root down through your right palm. Roll onto the knife edge of that right foot. Left foot steps back to meet it. Inhale, find side plank, reaching through your left fingertips. Exhale, left hand plants beside your right. Inhale, find plank. Exhale, your lower through Chaturanga Dandasana, elbows pinned in. Inhale, chest comes forward and through. Lift your gaze. Maybe press into the tops of your feet so much that your thighs squeeze together and lift off the mat for up dog. Exhale, toes tuck, contract through your core. Send your hips up and back. We meet in downward facing dog. Take 3 rounds of breath here. And then on your own time, pausing wherever you're at, take 2 more rounds of that sun A. This flow starts at the front of the mat, once through right, once through left, and then front of the mat again. Whenever you've finished, bringing to your tiptoes, coming to meet on your sits bones. Knowing we'll take a little yogi intermission on our backs. Coming back here together, we're all on our backs. Plant the soles of your feet to the mat, arms come long beside you. Press into the palms, press into your feet. Inhale as you lift your hips off the mat for bridge pose. Squeeze your thighs together. Press into the heels of your feet, maybe your toes lift. Take another big inhale here. And then exhale, slowly start to lower vertebrae by vertebrae back onto the mat. This time, right foot crosses on top of your left, taking a single bind with your feet or taking a double bind. We're coming in for eagle crunches. Right leg above the left, right arm underneath your left. Inhale, find length through your spine. Exhale, crunch, elbows towards your knees, chin to chest. Inhale, find length through your spine. Exhale, crunch, elbows towards your knees. Inhale, lengthen out. 2 more rounds. Exhale, crunch, elbows towards knees. Inhale, find length. Exhale, crunch, elbows towards your knees. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, unwind. Plant the soles of your feet to the mat. This time, left leg wraps around your right, finding the single bind with your legs, or coming under for the double bind. Left arm underneath your right. Inhale, find length through your spine. Draw your shoulders in line with your elbows. Exhale, crunch elbows towards your knees. Continue to point, activate through your toes. Inhale, find length. Exhale, crunch elbows towards your knees. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, crunch elbows to knees. 2 more rounds. Inhale, find length. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale as you crunch. Inhale, find length. Start to unwind. This time, hug your knees in towards your chest. Slowly rock front to back, the length of your spine. And then take your time, cross your ankles, plant your hands out in front of you. Step your knees to the back of the mat, find tabletop. 2 rounds, cat-cow. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, press the mat away, arch through your spine. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts, find cow pose. Exhale as you arch through your spine, navel draws in, chin to chest, cat back. Inhale, come back through the center, press the mat away. Exhale, step it to the back of the mat, we meet in plank. 5 deep rounds of breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale as you sigh it back out your nose. Maybe you shift slightly forward and slightly back, pressing through your heels, protracting your shoulders beyond your wrists. 3 more deep rounds of breath. Take a big inhale here as you fill up. Exhale, contract through your core, send your hips up and back. We meet in downward facing dog. This is where we'll begin to build our sun B here together. Inhale, rise to your tippy toes. Exhale, bend at your knees, gaze forward. Step your feet in between your hands. Forward standing fold, front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, long flat spine. Exhale, fold in just a little bit deeper, find some depth. Start to shift weight into your heels, bend through your knees, sink your seat. Inhale, biceps, frame your ears, find that strong chair pose. This round, right hand comes to your low back. Pressing your low back into your hand, navel draws in, take any sway out. Deep into your knees stacked directly on top of your ankles, shifting weight into your heels. Take a big inhale, lift your gaze past your fingers. Exhale, arms come back behind you, triceps catch in space. Chair with airplane arms. Inhale, rise up onto your tippy toes, activate through your calves. Exhale, slowly set your right heel down, shifting weight into that right foot. Left foot steps back in space, finding that strong lightning bolt pose. Deep into your right knee, pressing out through your left heel. Exhale, reverse revolved crescent lunge, right hand comes for your left thigh. Inhale, left bicep swims by your ear, gazes past that right shoulder. Inhale, start to come back through the center, right hand comes by your right hip. Finding crescent lunge, square shoulders and hips towards the front of the room. Exhale, arms come back behind you, coming back through to that lightning bolt pose. One long line of energy from the crown of your head out through your left heel. Exhale, slowly start to shift weight into that right foot, launching off your back, left leg, body like a capital letter T, warrior 3. Exhale, start to contract through your core. Send that left leg out in front of you. Inhale, rise, shoulders stack over hips, letter D. Exhale, wrapping up for eagle. Left leg over that right, left arm underneath your right. Inhale, find length through your spine. Exhale, crunch elbows towards your knees. Inhale, find length through your spine. Exhale, start to unwind the legs. Keep the arms. Send that left leg back in space. Inhale, arrive in your bound, warrior 3. Exhale, bring it bend to your right knee. Step your left toes back in space. Inhale, glide into a back bend. Crescent lunge. Exhale, keep the bind, skandasana, back of the mat. Bend through your left knee, flex through your right toe. Take a big inhale here, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, unwind. Hands come out in front of you, shift the weight forward, standing fold. Take a few breaths here. Letting your head and neck hang heavy, letting gravity do the work. Then start to plant your left palm in between your feet. Inhale, send that right arm high in space, stacking shoulders and wrists. Exhale, right palm replaces your right. Inhale, send that left arm high, stacking shoulders and wrists, twisting towards the back. Exhale, left palm plants. Inhale, rise up halfway, long flat spine. Exhale, crawl your fingertips forward to frame your front right knee, bending through that knee, pivoting on your back left toes. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, shift the weight into that right foot. Inhale, launch into standing splits, dropping that left hip in line with your right, flexing through your left toes, taking a hamstring stretch. Exhale, slowly start to bend through both knees. Draw your left knee behind your right, get nice and low, curtsy squat. Inhale, send that left leg back up, flexing the toes. 2 more rounds. Exhale, crunch left knee behind your right, get nice and low. Inhale, send it up in space, standing splits. Last round. Exhale, crunch left knee behind your right, getting nice and low. Inhale, find standing splits. Exhale, bring a bend to your right knee, step your left toes back. Rooting down through both palms, step the right foot back to meet it. Inhale, find plank. Exhale, slowly lower through your Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, chest comes forward and through, lift your gaze, drop your hips. Exhale, contract through your core, send your hips up and back, finding downward facing dog. Take a big inhale here, reset. Exhale, side out your mouth, let it go. Reconnecting to that Ujjayi breath, big inhale through your nose. Exhale, side out your nose, let it go. This flow starts at the front of the mat. Inhale as you rise onto your tippy toes. Exhale, bring a bend to your knees, gaze forward, step your feet in between your hands. Forward standing, full over straight legs or bent knees. Inhale, halfway lift, long flat spine. Exhale, fold in a little bit deeper, find an extra inch of depth. Start to bend through your knees, weight is in your heels, sink your seat. Inhale, finding axial length through your spine, strong chair pose. Exhale, arms come back behind you, triceps catch in space, pinkies drawing towards one another, shoulders come away from your ears. Inhale, rise up onto your tip toes, activate your calves. Exhale, drop that left heel, carefully shift the weight, step your right toes back behind you, finding a strong lightning bolt pose. Exhale, left hand comes for your right leg. Inhale, right bicep swims by your ear, reverse revolved crescent lunge, gazes past that left shoulder. Exhale, left hand comes by your left hip. Inhale, square shoulders, square hips towards the front of the room, crescent lunge. Exhale, arms come back behind you, coming back into this lightning bolt pose. Exhale, shift the weight, launching off that back right leg, straight legs, warrior three. Dropping that right hip in line with your left, square towards the mat. Feeling all the little muscles in your left foot work to keep you stable, flex through your right toes. Exhale, slowly start to rise, shoulders stack over hips. Send that right leg out in front of you. Inhale, find letter D, activating through your right quad. Exhale, wrap right leg around your left. Right arm underneath your left, find eagle. Inhale, stretch through your shoulders. Exhale, crunch elbows towards your knees. Inhale, find length through your spine. Exhale, start to unwind your legs. Send that right leg back behind you. Inhale, find your bound warrior three. Exhale, bring a bend to that left knee. Carefully step your right toes back. Inhale, find length through your spine. Glide into your back bend. Exhale, Skandasana, back of the mat. Bend through your right knee. Flex through your left toes. Keeping the bind with the upper body. Inhale, lift your elbows in line with your shoulders. Exhale, slowly start to unwind. Hands come out in front of you. Shift the weight. Forward, standing fold. Take a few rounds of breath here. Shifting your weight left and right. Maybe going upside down if this is in your practice. And then slowly start to settle back through to center. Right palm plants inside your feet. Inhale, lift that left arm high, twisting towards the front of the room. Exhale, left palm replaces your right. Inhale, reach that right arm high, twisting towards the back, sagging shoulders and wrists, gazes past your right fingertips. Exhale, right palm plants. Inhale, rise up, halfway lift, long flat spine. Exhale, start to crawl your fingertips forward, pivoting on your back right toes deep into that left knee, low lunge. Inhale, find length through your spine. Exhale, shift the weight into that left foot, launching off your back right leg, standing splits. Flexing your right toes, dropping that right hip in line with your left, hamstring stretch in that left standing leg. Exhale, curtsy twist. Slowly start to bend through your knees. Right knee comes behind your left, get nice and low. 2 more rounds. Inhale, rise up, squeeze through that right glute. Exhale, crunch right knee behind your left, get nice and low. Last round, inhale, reach that right leg high in space. Exhale, crunch right knee behind your left. Inhale, rise up, straight legs, flexing through those right toes. Exhale, bring a bend to your left knee, step your right toes back. Root down through both palms, left foot steps back to meet it. Inhale, slight shift forward. Exhale, your Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low. Inhale, chest comes forward and through, lift your dog. Exhale, toes tuck. Hips come up and back, downward facing dog. Pedaling through your knees, taking 3 rounds of breath here to ground yourself. And then take 2 more rounds. Up and down, right and left side of this sun B on your own. Pausing the video. And then whenever you've finished, start to rise up onto your tiptoes. And then slowly start to walk your feet behind your wrists. Finding this passive fold. Shifting your weight left and right, side to side, bending through your knees. Left hand plants deep into that left knee. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, right palm plants deep into your right knee. Inhale, reach that left arm high, twisting towards the left. Exhale, left hand plants. Inhale, slowly start to rise up onto your tippy-tippy toes. Exhale, release your sits bones down towards your heels. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Find length through your spine, and then inhale, start to rise, core control, toes squat. Exhale, send that right arm back behind you, left fingertips forward, open arm twist to the right, find balance. Inhale, come back through the center, your toes squat. Exhale, open arm twist to the left, left arm back behind you, right fingertips forward. Inhale, slowly start to come back through the center, find length through your spine. Exhale, arms come out in front of you as slow as you can. Start to drop down onto your seat, planting your feet out in front of you. Hands come to your shins. Inhale, find length through your spine. Exhale, stay here. Start to shift the weight onto your sits bones, lifting up off your legs. Squeezing your thighs together, finding this Navasana boat pose. Relaxing your shoulders away from your ears, 5 rounds of breath. Inhale as you fill up. Exhale, side out, let it go. 4 more rounds. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. 3 more rounds. Maybe you start to straighten through your legs, finding length through your spine. Finding 2 more full rounds of breath. Inhale as you fill up. Exhale, side out, let it go. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Slowly start to lower your feet onto the mat. Arms come out in front of you if you're not already there. And then start to thread your arms underneath your thighs, grabbing for opposite shin with your hands. Inhale, find length through your spine. Draw your shoulders down your back. Exhale as you round in, chin to chest. Stay here for 3 rounds of breath. Working to open up through your shoulders. Finding this leverage with your palms on your shins to find a little bit of extra depth. 1 more full round of breath. Big inhale here. Exhale as you sigh it out, let it go. Start to unwind, coming back through to that Navasana boat pose. Shrug your shoulders down your back. And then exhale, slowly start to straighten out through your legs. Flexing through your toes, heels come for the upper edge of your mat. We'll take a forward fold here. Maybe you keep your straight legs or bring the soles of your feet to touch. Knees splay out wide. Wherever you're at, inhale, find length through your spine. And then exhale, slowly start to lower your chest down towards your legs. Whenever you've met the maximum flexibility of your hamstrings or your hips, slowly start to round in, chin to chest. Maybe your arms come long out in front of you. Starting to surrender into this pose. Using those inhales to find length through your spine, chin comes towards your toes. Then exhale to round in, find a little extra depth. Maybe you walk your fingertips 1 inch further forward. Staying here for 5 rounds of breath. And slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, start to come back up to seated, shoulders stacked over hips. If you're not already there, bring the soles of your feet to touch, knees splay out wide, interlace your fingers out in front of you. Inhale, slight shift forward. Exhale, as slow as you can, start to release down onto your backs. Using that last bit of core control, finding Supta Baddha Konasana. Just as we began, 1 hand to your heart, 1 hand to your low belly. Feeling the rise and fall of your belly and your chest. Coming full circle. Taking a full body scan from the crown of your head. Releasing all the little muscles in your face. Releasing tension in your shoulders. Letting the breath go. Releasing your glutes. Staying here, or start to bring your left foot to the upper left-hand corner of the mat, right foot to the upper right. Letting your toes splay out nice and wide. Starting to surrender to this pose. Shavasana.